All right, good morning. We are ready to start off our May Mobility Month. This month, the movements are going to be more about getting full range of motion rather than how heavy can you lift. And then as we progress each week, we'll obviously increase some intensity, aka weights or reps, while keeping that good range of motion. Today's workout is pretty simple. I'm just going to be using a booty band and just one dumbbell and a bench. What we have in store is we have 3 supersets that we'll just go back and forth with. I'm just going to show one set just so you're familiar with the workout. So one set of a banded goblet squat. So I'm going to use this mini band and put it around my knees while I do my goblet squat. Once I'm done with that goblet squat, then I'm going to drop the weight but keep the band and do a lateral band walk. Once I'm done with that superset, then I'm going to set up for my upper body superset. I'm going to bring that bench over with my dumbbell and do a dumbbell row. And then following that, I'm going to just lay on the bench. You could do this on the floor too, but you're going to do Y raise. So once you're laying down, Y raise, I like to do thumbs up, and then you're going to come up and hold your Y raise. We'll hold for 5 seconds. Once we're done with that superset of our upper body, then we'll hit our core. So our core is our belly, our sides, our back, our butt helps support, all that stuff. We're going to do a back extension. Same thing. I'm just going to demonstrate this on the floor. And then we're going to do a side crunch. Same thing. You can do this on the floor. If you have access to a gym or a 45-degree bench, then you can do this back extension on there and you get more range of motion. And then same thing with the side crunch. You would just sit sideways in that 45-degree bench and do a side crunch. Okay, so go ahead and grab your mini band, grab a weight, grab a bench. Let's go through it. All right, some things I wanted to start off with. If you have a mini band that is fabric, generally you don't have a whole lot of resistance compared to a rubber one. So the farther away the band is on your body, the harder it's going to be. Because this band doesn't have a whole lot of give to it, I'm going to have it a little higher on my body. So I'm going to put it above my knees. We always want to either go above or below, or you can go lower, but we don't ever want to be directly on the knees. So go a little bit above, maybe next round, maybe you want to bring it down lower. When you do your squats, I'm going to pick up that dumbbell in a second, but when you do your squats, we're still, toes are out. We still want to be thinking about driving those knees out and sending that butt back like we would a normal squat, and then coming back up. We still want depth. All right, go ahead and grab your dumbbell. We're going to hold it up here, and let's shoot for 10 to 12 of these, just nice and controlled. Here's 1. 2, driving those knees out, really turning everything on in that back side. I really feel my left side working, which is good because I often favor my right. So 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. All right, you're going to drop your weight. Don't take off your band. You're going to go right into a lateral band walk. When you do your band walk, I want you to max out that band, so drive the knees out. I'm going to turn laterally here so you can see me. My knees are pretty much staying over my heels. I'm not bending forward. If anything, I'm getting that butt back. All right, from here, little steps, because I'm trying to max out this band and hold it there. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more. Here's 9 and 10, and bringing it back. Trying not to stand when you get to the end. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That was a booty burn for sure. All right, we are done with our leg superset, and now I'm going to bring the bench over for our upper body superset. Okay, so I have my bench over here, and what I want you to do when you have your ottoman or step bench, whatever you have, when you put your knee on, my bench is really tall, so I'm going to bring my other foot out, so then that way my hips are even. When I go forward, I'm going to have a nice long spine, and I'm going to hinge forward, so I'm still keeping this long extension, and then this other hand is going to be doing the rowing, so I'm stabilizing here, and I'm going to pull into my hip. All right, let's see it. So same thing, I'm driving that elbow back and I'm bringing this weight to my hip. I'm stabilizing, I'm not twisting with my whole trunk. That one doesn't count. Here's 4. Let's go 5 more. And one thing too, when I am, my shoulder blade, when I'm extended, I'm getting a stretch through my shoulder blade. And then when I come back up, I'm pulling the shoulder blade back and then following through with my elbow. I am all for the stretch. If you just want to focus on staying tight and just knocking out your reps, that works too. But again, we want range of motion. So allowing that stretch is totally fine, as long as the trunk isn't twisting in it as well. Okay, let's switch to the other side. What would it look like if I went over here? Okay, knee is on the bench. I'm gonna come out so my hips are nice and even. And then folding forward. Here, rowing with control. Add a little pause at the top. There's 5. I'm really feeling my lat. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. All right, again, I'm just gonna stay on my bench for my Y raises. Okay, and then I'm just gonna use this bench. I'm gonna lay face down on it. My shoulders, when I lift them over, when I lift my arms over my shoulders tend to go into the ears. So what I want you to be paying attention to is pulling those shoulder blades down and holding that tension in that mid back. Thumbs are gonna be up, Y position, and we're gonna come up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come down. We're gonna do 5 of these. Here's number 2, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and right back up. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 more. Right back up, pulling shoulder blades down, holding 3, 2, 1, one more to go. Nice and long, pull those shoulder blades and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right. I'm gonna get this bench out of the way, and then we're gonna come down to the floor for some core moves. Okay. So we're gonna come down to the floor, and we're going to essentially do a superhero, which is a back extension. You are working your back here. I want you to drive those heels together. Same thing with those Y raises. We're gonna pull those shoulder blades down, and we're gonna do repetitions here. So squeeze those heels, that's gonna help squeeze the butt, and you're gonna come up into a back extension and then come back down. Back extension, trying to lift the chest and the thighs up off the floor. Here's 5, nice and controlled, even on the way down, that we're not just letting loose and just flopping down. We're controlling each movement. Let's go 2 more. And that's, I think, 10. Okay. That's our back extension. Roll over onto your back. Chest is going to be up, but you're going to roll those knees to the side. You might get some nice back stretching here. So with this movement, we're going to do a side crunch. I'm going to think about my belly, and I'm trying to extend those abs. I'm trying to stretch them out. So then when I come up, I'm contracting my obliques. So fingertips behind the ears. I'm trying to get a big stretch, and then I'm squeezing and thinking about leaving my chin up to the ceiling. Getting a stretch, and then squeezing. Let's go to 10, 5 more. Again, nice and controlled. Let's go 1 more. All right. Hang out here for a moment. When you switch those knees back over, bring them up on an exhale. So bring them up, and you can shift a little bit, shimmy. Bring them to the other side. Hang out there, get a little stretch for a second. And then when you're ready to go, fingertips behind the ears. Get a nice stretch through the belly. And then we're thinking about those ribs squeezing into the belly button. All right, going to 10. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more. And 1 more. And there's your 10. All right. That is what our supersets are going to look like for our day 1 of May mobility. There was a lot of back stuff today, which is good, right? We need to work our back, but there are all these like little movements, little intricate movements that are going to help support that healthy posture and a healthy back as we age. If the back ever takes over and it starts to get achy, then rest for a second and then you can pick back up in that movement. Or if you need to lessen weight, lessen range of motion, but ideally we want to try to do as much range of motion as we can. All right, stay in tune for day 2. This first week of May is free on YouTube to get a preview of what the month's workouts are going to be. If you want to join for the whole month, please reach out to me directly. It's $40 a month. You have access to a platform that I use, access to community, access to me. All right, I'll see you in there.